Okay, we're good there. Let's see. How does the stream look? Let's see. Let's test this out. We are okay. We're good there. Audio is fine. Visuals, well, questionable. Okay, I mean, I think we're good to go. All right. A quick warm up. Apparently, I need to do some of this. 70, 80. I don't know that anybody needs this. It's just Ravana anyway. I missed a train. Son of a sea biscuit. Okay. Let's get a free sticker. I look at solo. You have your tails. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna get to it today, Christopher, but obviously I'll try. But supposedly the MSQ is pretty long. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
In regards to that, no Ravana, gotcha.
Furious as a blaze.
22 seconds. I would have shouted louder. Fair. It's okay. That was 20 seconds. I can run Ravana again. It's not much of an issue. Ravana, do you need Sephiroth? Or a Alexander Midas? I saw the list, but it's clearly the fucking list is just gone. Between all the hunt chat. Let me see. Let me open up Pale Rider. Oh hey, there's a okay, well that's neat. I guess I should really dedicate myself to learning how to use Pale Rider. For the longest time I didn't use it simply because there was a particular hunter, it doesn't matter who just would, the second I spawned something, she would post it. So I was like, okay, I'll go fuck myself. I guess I will. This is my old book, by the way. I guess I just won't do anything here. So I didn't bother learning it. I just posted through the Discord. But I should learn how to use it properly so I can use that, since I can't report my spawns through the thingy, through Discord anymore, because it was buggy. Yeah, I'd like to at least get the basics of this out of the way, that we can actually get the new book, and then, you know, there's a lot more likely to be overlap there for us. No, yeah, Jur, come back. Alright, also Chris, we're probably doing maps on Thursday, if you're around. I know you never get to do maps during Sunday streams, so if you're about. Yes, it's not like it's hard. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if I don't get one shot here. Anyone treasure dungeons? So if I'm around, I'm in. Gotcha. Checks out. That means it goes. Yeah, so that'll be Thursday. We're doing the bonus day stream of map because, like yourself and Rosa and others, they can't necessarily make Sunday group, and Sunday group's usually very packed with my Unreal group anyway. just a little bit difficult to get people in, so figured a second session. Yes, Cowie. I see your DMs. Oh, you have to call them nice. Especially, yeah, I'm just over here in a fucking cutscene that never ends. Good. I'm glad you don't have to call them. That's pretty solid. You talked to Costco too much already, man. You're done. You're cut off from talking to Costco. Hello, Zemry. Look at this man soloing on his own. Yeah, Zemry, this is not going to surprise you, but I'm saying anyway. I was a lazy bitch. I didn't do my Wonder Sales for last week. So now I'm here scampering. Already trying to get things done. That we can get a new map. Midas. Open duty. Show me the Fist of the Sun. Oh, gross. That's number 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have to remind you, Zemry? It's a free map. How's it going, Brady? But yeah, Brady, like I was saying earlier, I'll start filtering purple scripts over towards abrasives for you. I know you're not in a rush, but yeah. Also, have you done the calculations and extracted what you'll need from the supplies I put in the bank? Just so that I can take the spares and Franco can calculate off of that, because I know you've got some of your mats already. How come it won't let me clear? How come it won't? Just the sun. There we go, nailed it. Look at that, I think I picked up a new Winter Sale Saturday, so I got time, but yeah, I got plenty of time. I have a handful, but it's just daunting the amount. Yeah, 58,000 fucking scripts is a lot. It's a lot, Freddy. I'm sat here like, yes, I was peppered, and that's just, I spent a week doing those scripts because I was prepared, and I didn't have to farm heliometry. But yeah, no. And I mean, you do have like, how much time do we have left? We have until September-ish, right? Early September. Oh, that's Abe's. Wait, we're throwing hands. We out here. I have all the toe mats from in there, yeah, and I started putting some extra toe mats in for now for other people. Sets not crafted up, but figured they get used regardless. Okay. Hola, Ray. How's it going, Ray? Hope today's a better day. Let me out, Alamax. How's it going? I need you all to know that last night, Zabes and I and Beta witnessed an incredible thing. The new order gave us free cars that we could call in, and Franco called in a car, and then a charger charged Franco and his car, pinned him up against a rock, and then he got blown up. It was beautiful, honestly. Our cars touched and we exploded. It's true. That is how that happens. Alright, Twinkle Dicks, get out of here. I slept for 2 hours and I'm feeling it. Oh, that sucks, right? That's brutal. Only 2 hours. Yeah, I'm obviously I'm not gonna complain because, you know, I got more than 2 hours, but I feel that I'm tired right now. I needed a nap. I haven't had an old man nap in forever. This is okay. Wait a minute. 2 stickers. If I get a sticker there and I get a sticker there, I still won't get 3 lines. But if I get a sticker there and I get a sticker there, I still won't have 3 lines. As an advanced heads up, I'm not streaming today. I've had a permanent dizziness over the weekend and it's continued today. Okay, obviously, that's fine. Feel better. Take care of yourself. But Max, you honestly should have told me something. If I'd known, if I'd known you were that dizzy and not feeling well, I would have told you, no, Max, don't come do Unreal with us. You should go rest. This is me just poking fun. I hope you feel better. Apologize for missing. No, I'm talking shit right now. You can't apologize for it. I'm loading up the shit talking cannon right now. What's going on, Antonio? PvP gang? I haven't done. Let's fucking go right now, Antonio. Let's do it. You, me. Who else wants to do PvP? Motherfucker. No, look, listen. You don't have to apologize. I know that if you're not there, it's because of your health, and so you're fine. I understand. We did have a little bit of a learning curve there. We wiped like 4 times, I think. We learned new things about Stadia, but we eventually got it all down. And I got 2 commanders. If that makes you feel better, Max, I got 2 commanders. You're gonna get the mushroom top, middle, and bottom right stickers. I know, Brady. Oh fuck, man. I know I am. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna use second chance stickers and all that. I'm at work, otherwise I'd make the jump to join. Zemry, you're welcome to join me whenever. I often PvP, and I can't promise you a good time, but you know. Not gonna lie, I was already loading the tomato because I thought you were about to. No, I'm just talking shit. Is the new Allied Society? No. I mean, yes, Anthony, it's gonna be in the later patch. Wait, do we even get one this patch? They haven't even mentioned it, right? Is Allied Society September or October? Rashid and I both switched into the other region, and shield healers and that plus other stuff made it wonky. Also, I think Bow Mage learned that the tank buster is splash damage. Yeah. Iggy taught everybody that there's splash damage from the tank busters, which I already knew because I killed my off tank once doing this shit. It's fun. Is that the Haro with multiple A's and multiple R's in her name? That's the one and only Gumby ham status. There she is. Why are her glasses red? Son of a sea biscuit. Her cheeks are out. Worry about the cheeks, not the glasses. Yeah, Antonio, come on over. We'll do a PvP. Okay, I'll fucking redo front lines. Hell yeah. I might have Surza along. He's a little better. Remedil, the pain medicine, helping him get through it. He's just taking it easy on his dog. Good. I mean, look, listen, with age, right, it comes for everyone. The joints, the body, it'd be like that. The med name makes me laugh because it has Rim in the name. Like an adult, as you should. But yeah, Max, like I said, it's fine. It's whatever, dude. If you're there, I ask. Bomages are, thankfully, our very kind. And obviously, Bomage has a spot for the second group anyway, right? So I can get him in there early. And that works out well for us because then we can get in there early. And, you know, in case that gives you time to log in. And after that, I was just going to invite April or somebody else. Because we used to have 2 backups, but I mean that's just not happening anymore. Seemingly, adults where? Not here, Zemry. You're very old, ancient. Gumby is adult enough for all of chat combined, and he still has some years to spare there. So, room for 1 more for PvP if anybody so desires. There's a spot there. I'll probably do 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Fuck it, white mage it is. Clear that out. My monitor is angled wonky. Alright, let's go. Yesterday, kind of weird, kind of suspect, there was a ninja with 28 kills. Which I'm not saying, you know, 28 kills is an impossibility. But for one person to land 28 kill hits, repeatedly, not just one game. I think it was last Thursday too. I fell asleep and woke up to a slightly gray, dark sky outside, and I was like, "Oh no!" And it turned out I was like 10 minutes late to stream, so I said, "Fuck it," and went back to sleep. I respect that. What's going on, husbando? You redeemed the baguette that I didn't show you. Here you go. What if I showed you 1 1/4 baguette at the same time? What if they touched tip to broken tip? Just for you, husband. This is me making it up to you. Please appreciate the little baguette riding the big baguette. There you go. Mira, this is just for Lindor, nobody else. And back on my desk. Too much baguette is bad for you. You'll go blind. Are they even still squeezable? No. They're petrified. They're solid as a rock. You heard that shit? It's solid as a fucking rock. If there's an intruder here, I can throw one at them to knock them unconscious, and the other one to explode into dust, and it's like pocket sand, but instead it's bread dust. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I am sick of how many fucking paladins and machinists are one-shotting me, so I'm off of white mage. I'm back on my ninja arc. The Revengeance begins ready. There's only one problem with my Revengeance ready. I forgot how to play ninja in PvP. So, you know, I can't really necessarily be getting vengeance when I don't remember how. But I'm trying, and there's something to be said for trying, for making an effort, for giving it the old college try. Let me out! Also, I'm probably going to buy, I mentioned it yesterday, but I'm almost assuredly going to buy, drop the 3 mil, and get me the Gimme Cat minion. That way when we do maps, friendos have more of a shot at the minions. I already got one, and I feel bad. I didn't even roll for the Gimme Kitten, because I would have felt bad if I won them both. How'd the maps go? We got the Gimme Kitten. We got one. Absolute shit show, Max. Absolutely terrible. Ask Brady. It was not what I would call, but at the very end we did get a what's it called? A level 5 and got a Yan thingy. And Yan thingy gave us Gimme Cat. Wait, you've been targeted as white mage too? A lot, Zemri. A lot. Like, not even a little bit. Like, it's been... Oh, you want to fucking go, white mage? You're a white mage with no buff. Oh, you want to... Okay. How many times can I get me stunned in a row with no diminishing returns? We got a Gimme Cat, a floor 5, and a bunch of fuck all. Yes, that is a very astute recap of the maps. But we got a level 5, so I'm not mad. That's 3 for me, 4 out of 20. So getting there, I suppose. We did get a lot, about 50% portals. We did start the entire day though with 5 maps with no portals whatsoever. So you know, it was at that point we knew we had fucked up because we were doing maps. But it's okay. It's maps. What do you want? It's maps. What do you expect? Oh, come on! How did that not kill them? Look, listen, I'm a streamer. I can't count for shit, but they were under 50%. Balance. I'm just gonna go Paladin apparently. Just gonna go Paladin and just run around and do nothing but stun people and contribute nothing but stuns. Gross. Strong start. But I guess ebb and flow, I guess. Alright, follow the team and see what they do. Instead of trying to push team to do literally anything. Okay, they're all running away. There you go. Have fun with that, Paladin. How does it feel being stunned? Okay, we're getting some... what's the team doing? Team, what are you doing? I spent the last 30 minutes optimizing my shaders to Blood of WoW since I've been trying every fix under the sun to make it anywhere near playable, and with my new method, as soon as I went to change the settings to see if that helped, it crashed. So Godspeed, I'll see you all 30 minutes again. Fuck. That sucks. That's how you kill melee. That's how you kill a bard. I'm gonna die. Whee! Alright, I'm getting the flow ninja back. The flow, it's not there with me, but it is coming back. Godspeed, Sisyphus. Max. Okay, well, we're getting some credit here, so that's good. That's a start. It's starting to feel like it's the Bard era of PvP again. We had, oh, you saw that spike there? Maybe that's what's contributing to my bullshittery. You saw that freeze up where everybody stopped? It was like half a second, but it was enough to give my GBs. Hey, don't. Maybe, okay. I'll take that. I will say it is pretty good against machinists though, having the melee. Look at that, they all stop and then I'm guessing that's my issue more than anything else. My team is in here, don't be there. New mantra, be a team player. Be with the team. That's what we're gonna do. I really don't know what more I can do to play a game. I know. You wanna fuck around, Viper? That's right with your bitch ass. I respect the being annoying factor out of that though. I respect it. They weren't trying to fight. They were just there to be annoying. Not dealing with your paladin bullshit. I'm not gonna wait for you to get to 10% health and then just go immune like you always do. I'm not here to mess with that nonsense today. But yeah, so today's stream is gonna be mostly MSQ. Looking forward to that. Don't know what it's about. Haven't seen it. I know nothing of the 7.3 MSQ, so it is the end of Dawn Trail. I'm not sure that I'll get all of it in because apparently it's quite long. So we'll see how much we can do. Let's see what happens. There was Antonio on his bush. Let's go, Antonio. It is pretty girthy, yeah. That's what I hear. So excited to see what do. Nope, I'm way too deep. Let's get out of there. Damn, I forgot to finish Wondrous Tales and I wasted last week because of it. Oopsies. Is there a Viper back there? It's the same little Viper. What are you doing, Viper-chan? I respect it, but what are you doing? Same, and I had like 2 left. I also didn't do the the line. I didn't do the alliance raid either, but like alliance raids are great, but that white mage is lucky that that bard silenced me, because otherwise. Bye. Ah, too soon. Too soon did I LB. Oh, no, I got credit. Never mind. Bye, bitches. I got. Ah, come on. The factory had to grow, though. I mean, the factory did have to grow. It doesn't poetic on. I'm more worried about the map than anything else. What are the roll actions for Ninja? Roll action. It doesn't attack with a potency of 6,000. I mean, Swift ain't doing anything for me. Increases damage dealt. You know what? We're gonna try Bloodbath. Increases damage dealt by 10% and converts that to some healing. All right. Maybe that'll help us survive. Oh, Lara. Good morning, Lara. Hopefully the boys are being a little bit quieter today. Alright, you survived on site. Hell yeah! Welcome home. I bet that's a Viper. I bet that's the Viper right there. We're starting the MSQ today, Rosa. Should be good. Should be fun times. Out there danger dodging, as one does. Good shit. I'm glad you survived. I go grab food and hell yeah, I'm here for the MSQ. Let's see what it do. The pound thinks they're being slick. They're not. They can send you back. And then oh, that's unfortunate for them. 5 extra kids today, so no on the quiet front. Oh my god. I'm assuming you're watching for other mamas, so good on you for stepping up. I pray for your sanity. No, don't dive into that circle. Like, what is his damage output, honestly? Shout out to Antonio and Serza for keeping me alive on that one. Both of your sisters. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, we lost, so, you know. 6 kills, 323. Is that person here? No, they're called Angriest Bunny. And, again, 20 kills in one game. I'm not saying it's not possible. Numerically, anything's possible. I hope we're blue going for you there, because they're dumb. That's about it. Thank you, Antonia. Thank you, Serza, who isn't here. Alright, here we go. I need 2 stickers. I have possibilities of lines everywhere. Boom! Brady! Brady did this to me. He said it would be the little mushroom guy up here. Son of a bitch. Get wrecked? Wow, Wolfie. Wow. Good, Antonio. Mail had more big ice chances. Still better than the remade PvP map. I agree. I agree. Bottom right incoming. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do this now. Sure, Ravana, that's 20 seconds. Did you know if you right click and open duty, it takes you right to the duty that you need to do? No, I don't want to go as ninja. God, gross. It's Beta. Hi, Beta. Bye, Beta. It's Preseline time. How's it going, Wolfie? I hope you're doing well.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
Ah, yes, the ringing steel.
Furious as a blaze.
Furious as a blaze. Destroyed? Absolutely, Antonio. Chuchu agrees. Alright, here we go. Will I get anything? Brady! Come on! What the shit? Brady, can I win the lottery IRL? Can you create this? You're now the creator. Brady is now the creator. He just creates things. Wait, Brady, he called out the last 2 sticker placements 1-to-1. Nailed it. Wizard shit. Wizard shit indeed. Good lord. Hi, Beta. Yes, I'd like to hand over this busted ass journal. I would like a map, please. Shut up, Chloe. Give me another book. What's in this book? CC, Deep Dungeon, Zodiark, Cloud Deck. What's her face? What's his face? What's his face? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gimmies that are soloable. 7, 8. Okay, that's not bad. I'm learning we should both respect and fear wizard shit. Yes, 100%. Can we get some wizard shit? In parentheses, good for our maps. Hola, Finny. That sure was something. Alright, should I start the MSQ, or did we want to, you know, anything we need to do as a community, anything as a group? Obviously Thursday's maps. But is there anything as a community that we needs doing before I get going? Yeah, so I'm gonna start the MSQ because I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's involved. Brought me any snacks, Finny? I didn't know Finny was the snack holder, the snack keeper. I have food. It's time. Okay, it's time for Yanchuk. Yanchuk. Oh my god. There used to be like, you couldn't even, there were so many. Who bought them? Alright, Tessa Stormlove buying 3. Jesus, look, it was crashing as much as it can crash. And now these people are going to jack it up. Who out here jacking their yans. As Franco would say. They bought the mini yans too? If it's Tessa... No, it's Nene Lala who bought 3. Gimme. Tessa jacking multiple. As Tessa does. This is, again, once this reaches flat 3 mil, I will buy my own Gimme Cat. Alright, so listen, we'll dedicate a couple of hours to MSQ because apparently it's pretty long, and then after that, I need to turn on my little widget for MSQ. Where's the MSQ widget? If I were a widget, where would I be? Alright, what's it called? Targeted Tragedy. Alright, let's go. Shock Dural. HUD nerd? I got there eventually. It was only second. A season pro. Wait, you can do that? Yeah. It actually, there's an option to shut it off. When you finish the MSQ, it just goes away, disappears. Boink, gone. Or you can just completely remove it if you want. I tend to do that simply because I need to do that for whenever I'm recording footage, which I still do for my own nefarious purposes. Yeah, you can get rid of a lot of things. Like this, I don't have the grid. Grid's gone. That's not because of any other reason other than I don't like having the grid on there, so I get rid of that. This is the same UI I have in EverQuest and World of Warcraft and SWTOR. This layout here is what I've had in every single MMO ever. In so much as I can get it to look this way. So I like it to resemble that. So if I loaded up WoW right now, it would look like shit because I don't have any add-ons. But it would mostly be the same thing. 0% of your UI is hidden all the time? Yep. Yeah, macro toggle the rest? Yep. Yep. I used to do that for all my classes. Rosa, it would be one button to macro toggle into all my classes. But then I got the idea that I could put fat cats as the icons for everything, and so I did that instead. Because who doesn't want a bunch of fat cats? Like, what the fuck are all those? What are those buttons? What do they do? Those are my gatherers and crafters. How do I get into this building? Is it right here? Is that why you wanted those fat? Yeah, for my other characters, because they share. So they're all shared macros, right? So that way they can all get them. Otherwise, they don't get icons. So the way it works is you can use items, skills, whatever you want for macros. But if it's an item, you need to have the item in your bags. Otherwise, it doesn't work. It just defaults something. So I could have Terrifying Way as my macros if I wanted to. Those are yours. We have Gimme Cat at home. Yes. So, also, by the way, I hate this. Golden Tail can eat my ass. Triple Hook only gives you 3 of those Golden Tails. I need 48. I need a fucking door to get in. I need 48 Golden Tails, and they're like $9 grand to pop on the market board, so I'm not buying that. How does one get into the building for the MSQ? Is it here? No. What are they for? They're for the alley food. If you desire to eat alley, al y pebre, it's the 2 new crafter and gatherer foods. So if you want the new stuff, and I'm bumping up. So right now I'm using Ronic steak. Because I had plenty left over from Trying to spawn Atticus, the Primogenitor. But this one is better stats. It's like 8 more CP. Yeah, it's 8 more CP and 18 more control. So you can use versatile lure and just pull the whole ocean. I am using versatile lure. If you use versatile lure, I found, and then use ambitious lure 3 times, you get it more often. It's a GP. How the fuck do I get in there? It's just a GP sync. Oh, that icon is cute. Look at that. That should be our Elite Dangerous symbol right there. That'd be very cute to have. Yeah, but then I gotta pay attention. Fuck it. I mean, look, listen. That's not the door. I mean, it's easy enough. It's just, you know, GP doesn't allow me to fish as many as I want. Where are you going? I'm trying to get into Sea Shale. Nailed it. You heading to the back room? Yeah, I am. Solo following at the first MSQ. Following at the first MSQ hurdle. Look, listen. Shale, my beloved. Child. Oh wait, that's Hackerman's. I'm sorry. He's now Hackerman's. He's no longer just child. And poor crowd. Hi, Sveen. Sveen, I want your pants still. I desire her shorts and pants. Yoshi P, please. No backrooms. I think the green goo SCP. I desire these pants greatly. Would I? Can I still have my cheeks out though, even if I wear these shorts? That'd be nice. Hello, Wickelman. I don't hate you. Hello, General, who I thought was going to be the dude who was making our Relixus expansion, but I got bamboozled. Thank you, Yoshi P, for hitting me with that one. Targeted tragedy. Shale wishes for a moment of your time whenever Shale needs me. If you have a moment, Harlequin, Geode wants to take a stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details. No, it just got a remaster. It doesn't lack the details at all in certain areas. So we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Nod. And it sucks you to completion? Sign me up. Let's go. My kind of SCP. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us all, as well. Amy's gone. She's like, I don't want any spoilers. First things first, then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents. Sorry, listen. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Wicklamat now gets a pseudo-Carlos voice. Look, Rosa said what she said, okay? She will not be elaborating. It's right there. Did she stutter? No, she did not. No, she did not. Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons. But if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me or like before. It's true. Wook got a lot? Exactly. The king resolves authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm surge as I did. Oh, backstory. Ah, jump scare. Nerd jump scare at that. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough, exploring treatments for leaven sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? Because he's a dick. I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. But I like the fleshy bits. We've already seen how he's employed this stimulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. Harley's like, I don't know what the fuck that means. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Yeah, we're gonna go beat his ass. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. Hacker Man's gonna get up in there. While Galulja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around the town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Me. And Wickelmot, right? Count me in. Oh, Cryo. Okay. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So, shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Oh my god, they're gonna be on my streets? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolal. Alfredo and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Harlequin's group, if you'll have me, of course, Fiend. Absolutely. Nod. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier. That's a weird way to phrase that, I gotta be honest. As long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Sprinix, we shall give you Sphene pants for the lovely price of $18. Sold. I'll pay it. If you wish to have the rest of the outfit, each piece is also $18. Thank you. I don't care. I just want the pants. I don't need her jacket. Just the pants. You just need the pants? Exactly. Exactly. Let my cowboy be the hoe he is. Square Enix, exactly. Let him have the shorts. You'd buy that for $18? Same, honestly. $18, and on mask models, it changes to a pair of G. Freddy, no. You too can have the yoga pants. You know it's gonna be one outfit though, right? This is gonna hit the Mog Station at some point, and it's gonna be one whole piece, and you can't just have the jorts. A new era has begun. I love you, new rice. If you have a chance, pour some rice out for my old rice maker. After 15 years, it has failed me. The best $15, $20 I ever spent, Canadian, $20. But today, the new model has arrived. It's not a Jurushi, whatever the fuck it's called. But it is a Cuisinart. Does that one sing? No, but I'm gonna sing for it. I'll learn the song that the other one makes, and then I'll sing it myself whenever it's done. So, new rice maker, new steamer. Goes on sale. The song with people? Exactly. What's up, Geo? That cashews other stuff? There should be my new snippers.
This is the mirror. It's much bigger than I thought it was.
That's the massive mirror. Holy shit. That's gonna be like half the cage. He's not mad. Sorry, I was off on my own little... oh, he's just disassociating. That's okay, Geode. I do that all the time. Nami Mami. We got the... Is that the rice cooker? Yeah, I'm making rice today. Well, rice and beans in the same cooker. Because if you can put them together, you get protein and fiber while you're eating your rice, and you don't really get a lot of bean out of it. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? The people seem uneasy. Are you alright, Geode? Yeah, Geode, what the fuck? A protein and fiber fusion? Ha, exactly. The bean's the perfect food, Lemon. Me? I'm well enough, given the circumstances. What?
It's much bigger than I thought.
Well, Cashew's got a big-ass mirror now. I mean, that's pretty good. It'll latch onto there. It gives them maybe... Oh, it's gonna scratch already? Oh, it's broken. Tell me to send that shit back. Look, that size is good. Maybe you can have multi-layer purchase for him that he'll go to now. I'm lurking because I haven't done so yet. No, I appreciate the lurk, Lamb. I hope you enjoy. I hear it's very good. I hear also hear it's very long. So, you know, hopefully it lives up to that. Are we gonna pull the ARR Minfili One Piece outfit for the Sveen fit? Just watch. That's my feelings, Zabri. I don't know why, but I get the feeling. Back to work. Have a good day, Nami. I hope it's not a bad day. And if it is, have more lattes. Zoom right through it. Me? I'm well enough given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. And so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. Some social commentary. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lives as an Alexandrian. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Oh, those are much heavier duty than the other ones. I'm sorry. I need to take down a 10-foot tall by 30 feet long by 15 feet wide hedge. I'm gonna do it with this. I had another set, and those shears were weak of constitution and broke. The reason why I'm doing it with that is because a lot of it's rows and it's a lot of thorns, so you can't go in there and snap it. You could snap it, but then you have to chop it down to smaller pieces because it's literally 1-inch long thorns sticking out of that thing. So it's pretty nasty. It's not a good job to have, but it's got to get done. It's also a long-term job, not necessarily I got to do it in one evening. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. I like Sphene a lot. Well then. We best not let you down. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is it me? Oh. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into two groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The two of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Harlequin and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past Trueview and await you there. Great, they gave me the machinist. Now I gotta do twice the work. Fucking... Hello, Beta. One sprig at a time. One very large, giant branch at a time. I do have larger snippers for the branches, but the smaller branching branches can be snipped with one of those hand snippers. Someone got mini yen for 60. Wait, 60 gil? That was just them giving it away. That's not a typo. That's not, because it's 6 million gil. Like, it's about 8 to 9 million gil still on Behemoth. That was not a typo. They just straight up. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or two we didn't know before. Alright, Geode. Hello, disquieted citizen. Rip to that poor soul if they didn't mean for that price. Yeah, I mean, on occasion, some people would just, you know, throw it up there for the giggles because they don't really care about money because they're so loaded. But, damn. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a Neo regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sphene said so. That wasn't Queen Sphene. Jesus. What's up, Geode? What do you gotta say? Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning, or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Well, I bet you Shale hasn't. I'm guessing you would have preferred to go with Sphene and Cryo, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. I grow on people though, I promise. What? Don't be so presumptuous, Geode. It's true though. I would have rather been with Sphene, and you could have gotten Cryo, but here we are. You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd have never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. I mean, that's fair. Or to the poor soul, if they didn't mean for that price. Yeah, 60 gil for a Yan minion. But I mean, again, people are so loaded these days. Not everybody, obviously, but a lot of people have enough cash that it's just whatever. Like, I can understand missing 1 0, but missing how many? 5 zeros? It's a lot. I'm missing an SS rank on Behemoth. Heritage found. I3 if you need a SS rank. That's 400 nuts. By the way, if you get there in time, 400 nuts, a lot of heliometry. Yeah, I should probably go get that. I'm close to a relic. Son of a bitch, let's go. I'm sorry. I require heliometry for my next relic. I'm almost done with the battle relics. $188 people. Well, I probably want a group for this, otherwise I'm not gonna get much credit. Hello, Camila Yang. Don't misclick on that one. Hello, Varsity. Is it happening? It is, but an SS rank is about to spawn, so I need credit for the Helio, so I can get me another mount. But we have started, yes. I'm walking around with Geode. The menu just spawned? Gotcha. In the meantime, I can open up my rice cooker. Rice cooker unboxing. Let's go. Oh, a manual. Does anybody else read the manuals? I read the manuals. I'm that person. Oh shit, we're going. I'm not reading the manual right now, apparently. Manuals are important. Let's move in. Get under it. Like really under it. The box is actually smaller than you would think. Get out. Varsity, how was your steak and your potatoes? I saw, like I said, I saw the mashed potatoes and then the fries, and I was like, you know what? Varsity's doing it right. A person who orders mashed potatoes and fries is somebody I can trust. Fire! Get out! Be away. Move in. Yeah, somebody fucking died! Oh my god. Get under and be on the correct side. Which I wasn't. I was going to see if there's anything I should know, then look back if I need something. You usually do as well. I don't read the totality of it, but I do read the warnings. Like you should never get the inside of your rice cookers wet, for one. Thank you. I'll take my nuts and 100 heliometry. Easy money, baby. Back we go. Alright, get inside me again. By the way, that picture of my dinner, it came with 2 sides, but we had a stupid amount of appetizers, so I pleaded for just fries, no mash. The server apparently took that personally. The mash looked good. Listen, carbs are friends. You get those potatoes inside your Varsity. Free potatoes? Absolutely. And he walked up and was like, yo, here's potatoes as well. What's wrong with mashed potatoes and fries? Nothing, Laura. I would dip my fries in the gravy of my mashed potatoes and scoop up mashed potatoes with my fries so I can have potatoes twice at the same time. You want to get a carb load, it seems? Listen, get the carbs. Your body needs carbs. Get them carbs. We had garlic parmesan fries, wings, calamari, and something else. Plus I had a big lunch, so I was dying. Listen, you don't have to eat it all there, Varsity. You can always package it up and take it with you so you have some at home. Unless I'm around, in which case I'll eat the rest of your potatoes. I'll eat your potatoes, Varsity. Mimi essentially packs, whenever we do go out, she packs the whatever she doesn't finish because she's like, I know where this is gonna end up. I'm like, yeah, you fucking do. Inside of me. I'll eat the extra food. Within my caloric budget, of course. I came home and turned on my PC and passed out. Well, the itis took you. That's fair. I woke up at 2 a.m. confused and went back to bed as one does. Had a potato fever dream. Alright, let's go back over here. Alright, Geode. But yeah, no, I'm almost done with the combat relics out of Oculent Crescent. Not that difficult. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Harlequin award. I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard, one we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. People are still deathly afraid. The fights that are likely to break out over the neo-regulators that a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator. Dude who fell, right? Dude who fell. Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street and over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Okay, interesting. So they're targeting the people without regulators. Targeted attacks. I mean, it makes sense, but still. Let's go. Why am I on a PvP map? Big map, go. Enhance. Let's actually see where the hell we're going. What's that? Wait, why is there a blue one here? Who's Gabbro? And why do they have a blue quest for me? Yeah, who the hell is this? Ah, Harlequin. I was hoping you'd stop by. Oh, this is Savage? Savage Raid? Oh, gross. Fantastic tier. On normal mode, at least. I really like the fights. All four of them. I can't speak to the Savage levels of the raids and quality they're in. But absolutely, I liked it more than the first four, for sure. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. Interesting. Interesting. Hello, unsettled sanitation worker. You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to cleaning away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Harlequin, I think it's time we rejoin Cryo and Sphene. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of iniquity. Didn't Cryo say to meet them in the plaza just outside of True View? Let's get going. Oh, speaking of getting going, you should get going to hitting that follow button for my bestie Psyche. There's a follow button there. What's going on, chat? Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves with her return to Elite Dangerous, taking a peek at the new patch. Let's going. Let's going. But there's a follow button there if you're not already following her. She does, of course, have Elite Dangerous guides. Been playing since like 2015, 2014. She's been playing a long time. Obviously, Vanguards brought us back into the fold. I already reinstalled Elite Dangerous. So looking forward to partaking. And I'm going to go cry to Frontier and ask them to give me like your fleet. Wait, it's completely gone? Completely gone, bestie? That fucking sucks. Speaking of inequity, I guess out of equity, by which I mean whose carrier ran out of money and got decommissioned. It's gone and I missed it by days. Ah, that fucking sucks. Listen. That system is ass. I know they were trying to combat the inflation caused by mining and just the stupid amount of money that people have. But it's a dumb system. You're such a dumbass. No, it's not on you. The system's terrible. It shouldn't work that way. They shouldn't be punishing people just because, you know, it's not like it's a subscription service, so what's the point of it? You mean it was because of capitalism? Yes. Capitalism and inflation. I sold back my fleet carrier. I had a fleet carrier and I thought it was great. And then the weekly upkeep was there, and I was like, that's yet another bullshit system. So I haven't played Elite Dangerous in about 3 years because I really got tired of the systems are just punishing for the sake of punishing you. They don't serve a purpose. It's not like this is a subscription game. You buy it, you play it, and then you're good. So I don't get it literally adds nothing to my immersion, and it doesn't really do much for the economy. People can still make bank for next to no effort. Obviously some effort now compared to how it used to be, because it used to be ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully you can get it back, Bessie. Petition away, see if you can check in. They can do something, literally anything about it, because that's booty. But yeah, go follow Psyche. She streams 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern. Obviously a long time Elite Dangerous player. I played it for a while myself as well. I put in over 2,200 hours into Elite Dangerous. Mostly is trucking exploration, did all the factions, got all the engineering done, put in my time. So I'm not just talking out of my ass here. I put in time with the game to a significant degree, and I'll go back in and see if it piques my interest again after a long break. But yeah, hopefully you can get it back. But go forth and write your email. Or, you know, talk to somebody. But hopefully you can get literally anything back out of it, because that really sucks. And again, I'll be chipping in for the squadron fleet carrier, even though they still have the same stupid system that charges you weekly upkeep. Doesn't do anything. Once you get all the ships, that's it, you're done. The money doesn't mean anything. The economy's ruined already. You're never gonna recover it. It was once my job said, sorry, off my soapbox there. This is Final Fantasy 14. We're in the middle of MSQ. This is the main story. This is a story-based MMO. It's free to it's not free to play. It is subscription based, but there is a free to play trial that you can play up to level 70, including its first 2 expansions, and that's about 100 or so hours of gameplay for free. It's probably the best story-based MMO. Even ahead of SWTOR. SWTOR is absolutely incredible, but this game's story is phenomenal. It's probably the best Final Fantasy story to date, but it is an MMO, obviously, so there is that. But we're currently catching up with the current storyline, which just came out 2 weeks ago. And apparently, after a little hiccup with pacing, I enjoyed the story so far. It's back to being top tier form, so excited for that. We only just recently started it, and so we're gonna get through it. Obviously, if you don't want spoilers for this, now's your time to bounce. And also thank you for coming over with the raid. Thank you for supporting Psyche, and hopefully we'll see you back there with her on Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern. There's an S rank on Yachtel and on Behemoth if you want it. Sorry, Levy, not Behemoth. Never mind, ignore me. My fingers are crossed. Psyche, yeah, no, seriously, hopefully literally anything can be done about it. The money barely means anything anyway. Only engineering mats. Yeah, and you can't even get those easily, Bishimoto, right? You have to go out there. You don't even, if they haven't changed the engineering system, then you pick one item, you go out, you farm it as much as you can, and then you go to a trader and you trade for the mats you actually want, because finding the mats you need are a giant pain in the ass because the game is so huge and it's not very concentrated into easier systems. So the money means nothing. So having it be leached out of the economy like that really serves no purpose other than to punish people like Psyche and anybody else who wants to take a break. I sold my fleet carrier. I had my own personal fleet carrier. I put in the time and the effort to get the money to buy it, and so But I sold it because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and bleed money. I'm not going to bleed money out of this. And again, not because I needed the money, but just because I didn't like the way it felt as a system. So I was like, okay, see you later. It's still the same system? Yeah, I mean, the game still has, it needs some touching up. I obviously enjoyed it if I put 2,000 hours into it. You know, there's something to be said there. The core of the game is still fantastic, but systems-wise, it does need a touch-up. Like, it really needs to be not quite as punishing for the sake of being punishing, which is what it feels like to me anyway. But yeah, let's see. Fingers across, I can agree. As nice as fleet carriers are, the upkeep is brutal, and the reason why I decided to never get a carrier, despite having almost enough credits for it. Yeah, and like I said, I have the credits for it. That's no big thing. But what the shit? Why? Hopefully, as a squadron fleet carrier, the squadron as a whole can contribute to the upkeep, and it's not just up to Psyche because she's poor. Look, listen, I've been calling Psyche poor in Elite Dangerous for like years now. It's just, don't mind me. It's just, it's just the meme. The economy elite will forever be broken as long as they keep their exponential pricing on ships. Yep. They really need to change the systems. And at this point, I don't know if they can. I don't know if they care enough to actually do it, but that's what drove me away from the game. The systems were just to quote April, they were booty. It's a shame because obviously the galaxy aspect, the exploration aspect, was fun. It was good times. I enjoyed trucking, mining, exploration for my money, and like I said, I put in the time for it. But it just feels again like it's just punishing you at every turn for choices they made with the economy. With the ability to accumulate the way that people were able to, from using bugs in the system to whatever, just to accumulate said riches. Like I know there's people out there with like what I think last I checked, when I checked back in like when I stopped playing, some people were like 56 billion or more just because they were able to take advantage of systems that were in the game to accumulate cash. And it's like, okay, that's something low temperature diamonds. Yeah, it wasn't even the mining. There was something else that people were doing. There are trillionaires now in Elite Dangerous. Yeah, the economy's never gonna recover. The economy's fucked. So punishing everybody else for the sake of a very, very few is not a good system. They really need to remove that fee. It's bad enough trying to accumulate enough fuel for your fleet carrier, which, you know, that's fine. That's part of the system. You go out there, you mine it, you get your tritium, I believe it's called, for your ship, or you just buy it. If you want money removed out of the economy, let people buy it, mark it up. People with trillions of dollars won't care. People with billions of credits won't care either. Just let people buy it, and that'll completely remove money out of the system. There's no real economy because you can't trade with each other really. You can't, you know, trade overly like parts or ships or anything like that. So it means nothing. As an endgame vessel, people will forever look for shortcuts since the endgame ship is not 2,500 times as good. Yeah. Look, listen. As you can tell, I've got I've got a soapbox about Elite and its systems, which is a shame because that's what drove me away, needlessly. But I think there's a lot of good game there. It's just the systems. I'll let you borrow my soapbox. Thank you, Finney. But anyway, yeah, main story in this game. This game also suffers from some very bad, outdated, old systems, old thinking. Thinking and systems that don't necessarily apply to how games are played in 2025, and so that's soapbox adjacent. That I hope that this game pulls its head out of its ass and genuinely makes an effort for better systems. It's not enough to have good stories. It's not good enough to have some of the best content this game has as a whole, because this expansion has some of the best content this game has seen in 12 years of existence, 15 years total. But the systems are just jank. Good morning, District. Buenos dias. Good morning, Night City. How's it going, District? Alright, back to what Gio's trying to tell us before I started ranting. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Long story short for the story here, this is a kingdom that was an eternal kingdom, and then it's not so eternal anymore. Those are my butt cheeks. Stop looking. And also, by the way, this city is one of the reasons why I obviously am very fond of this expansion. It's called Solution 9, which is what my name stands for. Solu_9 is a reference to Final Fantasy 9, and this city is called Solution 9. So I'm technically inside of myself. Nice cheeks, thank you. I grew them myself with the 2B pants, Dia. Looking respectfully, you can look disrespectfully. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Look away. The way to trade is via carriers, and that will always be the worst option in most cases. When the system colonization craze started, people were starting to hoard CMM composites on their carriers and selling them for high prices until FDev adjusted the generation rate. Yeah. And I'm assuming when they adjusted that, it wasn't exactly one of the best things that could have done it. Again, it's systems. They need specialists in systems. This game and Elite Dangerous. As incredible as a game as it is, it needs a lot of help. I respect you're just looking as you should, Raven. The good old 2B pants, 5 years on, Dia, still wearing them. Not in every glam, just most glams. Is it voiced? No. So you get to hear me reading to you. So you just want me to listen. If you don't know the story, then you just want to hear me read to you, I will read to you for the next 90 minutes. So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Targeted murder. Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed a regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. That's Sphene. Sphene is a gem, and again, if you remember Final Fantasy 9, the princess she's a princess of Alexandria, is Garnet in Final Fantasy 9. So there's a lot of throwbacks to older Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy, name it, it's in this game for the most part. Not everything, because they are their own game, and they do have a lot of their own stories to tell. But they do fan service in this game to the Final Fantasy community. Did she apply a spleen to heal that person? I don't think she did. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Fear. Come on. They want them to wear regulators. Based solely on the lack of neo-regulators, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. Hey look, there goes my 5090. It's right there, just, powering the city. And there goes Psyche's 5080. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stroke fear and panic. Ayo, free stroking of the city? But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What are the dust found at various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? What are the dust? This is my character, by the way. That's Harley. Harlequin. She's been my character that I've played this game with for the last 12 years, since 2013. Right, the sanitation worker's stories. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust but no bodies. Now where have I heard that before? Old. Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us to not only an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Also, since Sandra is pointing out the details, her forearm tattoos are metallic and her shoulder tattoo is not. Thank you, Square Enix. They both use the same dye. They both use metallic purples, and only this is metallic and this is not. Harlequin, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? Nod. Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. But the Lakium cargo ship does not have 10,000 cargo capacity compared to a Sidewinder. Yeah. How do you define how much better a good ship is? Oh, voice. I'll shut up. Damn, they got blasted. That's fucking creepy. No, don't turn your head on backwards. That's just fucking... Oh, God, don't move like that. Okay, better.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Me when I hear someone talking shit. Yeah.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
Fucking dead.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed.
So they're just beating people to death?
Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
Clearly it doesn't have bare hands, Cryo. Those are robot human hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Bear. No regulator. That's what they're looking at.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh.
Go to them, quickly!
You're down for the pump action? I bet you are. I thought that was for Dola for a second and I got very excited.
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother!
Oh.
Mother, please!
That's a lot of jam.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
No, I mean, hardly your fault. Maybe it's a giant fucking machine going haywire.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
You see what kind of hands robot bears have? No, thankfully.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
My dumbass with my glasses on. The promise of tomorrow. So I was thinking about the complaints for this past is that people complained about the poor VA work from Wayakwes VA while praising that of her sister. Nostalgia. Best part is that they are voiced by the same person. Oh, we got this song. This is the anxiety song. What's up, C? What up, girl? She could recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived when we did. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. Hell yeah, I could get some tacos or some money. Normal quality food out of the MSQ is still one of the biggest crimes that they have. What were people... I mean, to be fair, it's an MMO. People complain about literally everything and anything. So, what's wrong with the VA work? Obviously, there was a lot of bad audio technical side of things for Dawn Trail. I still hear Yashtola's wonky voice, among other things. So I had to go change my weapon, glam halfway through this, because I was using the bombfish, the bombfish axe, and it was just that covering the whole screen. Bad U.S. accent, gotcha. I mean, I didn't hear anything different from what I've heard living in the States for most of my life. The endless choice. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please, be careful yourself. Nods. Yeah, this is what I mean by systems in games that don't line up right. This is obviously two different teams working on shit here, or just lack of QA and oversight. This is a metallic dye, this is a metallic dye. Exact same dye used for both of these colors. As you can see, this one's a little bit more bluish. Then this is obviously metallic in its sheen and the way it looks. Exact same dye used, and that should not be a thing. That should not be a thing at all there. But here we are. Also, I need to go farm the hats out of that one ravel. You're the right size. I can be husbando. I can be. Where's the exit? How to get out of here? I've been imprisoned in this person's house. Is it over here? That's the door. Okay, got it. Nailed it. It might just be a call-out post of how little of the U.S. a lot of people have seen. I mean, there is that. I mean, but I mean, listen, I get it. I still think, hear me out. What if the VA for Judy voiced Whoop Lamont instead? I like Judy's accent. Well, so to find the correct door today, stay tuned to find out. Listen. Isidora's going to be alright then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. Probably not, Finny. Listen, fucking doors. Not even once. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. The fuck is that? Is it over? We came as soon as Wayakwe sent word. I mean, we go 4 months between patches, and I forget how to pronounce everything. So this expansion, and full disclosure, one reason why I'm biased towards it is this is the Brown expansion. There's a lot of North and South America in this, in regards to cultural visuals, names, language. And so it's very, very brown, and I like it a lot. Like Tejas, well, no, they actually have a working grid here, and they're not locking their opposing political parties inside the house buildings. So it's not quite as Tejas. It actually has. This was more in line with Mexico and on down south. So it's far truer to culture instead of whatever the fuck Texas has going on. Texas doesn't even show up in this, thankfully. I am sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Oh. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Oh, the music here. Hola, Corey. Please, do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. Or they're like, the fuck is this? We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Wayakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't. Man, he's gonna be fucking dead. So he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Also, Yashtola's VA is likely going to be in a weird spot for a while. From what I read, her VA had a kid in the middle of Dawn Trail development, which can impact stuff permanently. Yeah. I mean, she's got a good voice, good work for all of 2.0, so hopefully it won't interfere with her too much. I'm doing pretty good, Corey. We're having today. It's actually kind of weird. We're having somewhat of a fallish day, not quite summer. We've had a really bunch of really hot, humid days, but today's been kind of literally chill. So enjoying that because it's nice, cool weather. But it's kind of weird because it's in between. It's fluctuating. It's starting to warm up now, and it shouldn't be, but here we are. But yeah, overall doing pretty good. No complaints from my side. As my child here bounces around, if I'm feeling unwell, look at this. Look at those eyes. Peer into my child's eyes, the Minion. I love him so much. What is fall and cool and weather? Well, yeah, I mean, over your way, I guess it's just there's humid and then less humid. You see murder in those eyes? 100%. You see no sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search further to the east. Absolutely. $60,000 autos just for auto attacks were just for Finny. You see no sign of Geode. Wayakwe's voice crackles from forth from the communicator. Geode, answer me. There's no response. Perhaps you should continue your search further to the east. Well, I've already got the jog thing. But yeah, I like this expansion just because there's been a lot of, as Shadow Wolf pointed out, there's a lot of Brazil. There's a lot of Central American architecture, language, and everything there. And there's some Mexico in there too, so I've enjoyed that aspect of it. Random question. Do we know when the next Steam sale is? The big one. I don't think they do, like, going back to school sales. So, I'm assuming it would be the fall sale. The fall sale in October-ish? Autumn? Yeah, it would probably be somewhere in October for the fall sale, I would assume. We've been getting our 335 mini hurricanes daily, so that's a nice and reliable constant. Yeah. I think it's usually October, maybe end of September, somewhere around there. I honestly don't remember, unfortunately. But it's somewhere around there. You see no sign of Geode. The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. ... That doesn't bode well for Geode. I figure out about a game you want to get. Which game?
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods.
What's wrong with her voice? Okay, she's got a high-pitched voice, but I've heard high-pitched voices all the time. I live with somebody with a high-pitched voice. What's wrong with Wayakwe's voice?
Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure.
Do I want her to sound like fucking Geode over here with that voice of his?
I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Oh, that's how they get turned to dust. They're giving them the suck. Oh.
That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
That is unfortunate. Bro just got disenchanted. Old man. Wait, does he have a thingy? You can't see on the far side, Geode. You don't know. I mean, fair. Cotton or reload. It's me and Helldivers. I hate when my corporeal ether gets drained. Same, medic. Same.
Damn you!
Oh, he just beat the shit out of it with his... Me. That was an option, bro. Brought 4 rounds. He really did.
You can't be here! You need to run, now!
Oh, no.
A trap!
Listen, they're just walking at you menacingly. It's like Monster Hunter. Just fat roll to the side and you can dodge them all.
Take care of the others, eh?
Oh, come on. He can run. I can dodge this. Nobody can. It's too much, Vinny. Okay, he ain't running that. Never mind. But how did he only have like 4 bullets? Parry? I heard it in
No
my
sign
L's
of him
voice,
so
Corey.
far. This way, maybe?
That fuck need their maintenance doing? They do.
Geode!
I like her little potions. Maybe that's the next move machinists get. Just yeeting the gun at your enemy. You know what? I'd be... Oh, no. Fuck. Brought a gun to a suck fight. Imagine bringing a gun to a suck fight.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least 1 more cell's worth of ether.
I'm excited to get that SS rank. I
But
got
seeing how
100
eager
geometry
you
out
are
of
to
it.
interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx.
Voice music.
What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
What a dick.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance.
I like how Harley's showing them. Hey, look, this is the
Instead,
Boy Scout relic.
I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
No, go fuck yourself. You only seek other victims. I will halt your harvest by defeating you. I mean, listen, there's very few there's some bad guys within the story that, you know, that you can sort of talk with, go, you know, reach some sign of understanding. But some bad guys just need to be ran through. The way What's-His-Face was in 2.0. Can we just run Calyx through? Can I just use my staff like a baseball bat and handle that? You'd only seek other victims. You don't care.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
Like Asahi. Can we give him the Tsukuyomi treatment? Just straight up.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Shank? Just shank him. The physical DPS roll quest, someone gets bonked and it makes a cartoon bat sound. Okay, you can have that sound while we're bonking him though. Like, that's fine. I don't care about the audio. We can definitely just bonk him and have that little squeaky toy, dog toy sound every time we stab him. Oh, Geode. He wasn't a big character in the story, but still sucks to see one of the good ones go like that. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind, was that his twisted way of returning Geode to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. That's a weird way to phrase that. I know what they're trying to say, that it's justified in Calyx's eyes, but omitting that part is kind of weird. Because it's hard to justify that from any other point of view. And if her reflection's stolen ether allowed for many more Endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Well, yeah, bitch. Maybe you say it's Calyx and not you. You're the way you said it there. It's like you're saying it. Okay. Certainly not I. Unless we know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. That's a weird exchange. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Harlequin. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere. Nod. You don't like her frowny face? Yeah, so here's the thing. For me, that seems like the only reason that exchange even happened was to potentially hint at Kryl thinking something along those lines, which is kind of weird because that ain't what Kryl's about. But it's still kind of a weird way to frame that. Unless, of course, Kryl is out here going to be dusting folks so she can get her folks back. That was scientist Kryl at best. Yeah. But again, it was phrased like in reverse. So maybe, I don't know. No. I don't know. It's not a bad thing. I'm just curious about that point and why it was worded and framed in that way. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wayakwe to meet us there as well. She gonna dust people and turn them into pigments for her? That's how she gets her paint? Oh my god. That's how she gets her paints, her silly little paints. You should go see. Yeah, you should have been there sweeping those ashes. You had one job, Beta. Oh, Wayakwe. She's gonna, I mean, yeah. She was trying to get out there.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
She's gonna turn into dust for more paint.
Thank you.
That's right.
Things
Have a
would have
good
been
shift,
far
Sammy.
worse if you and Geode hadn't
Thanks for
rushed in
hanging out.
there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Does that make Kryle the Paintress? Do we get more Ben? I still want Ben Starr in this game. Put him anywhere. Have him be anything. Have him be like a... Have him voice the Yan or something. Literally anything. What's up, Bishola? What up, girl? I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. What? Come on. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode was... He was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer, though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened with, Chancla. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Sorry, not Chancla, Chihuahua. I forgot I renamed her to that. Hey, Sveen. Hey, it's Grahatia. There you go. Grahatia fan service time. We try to go it alone, not us. Not us, surely. What's up, Sveen? I'm told that members tasked with keeping residents safe returned with the body of their comrade. They all risk so much. Kakawate, right? Kakawate, there we go. Thank you. We made us patrol the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more ether, it seems. Of course. Yes, if you did, Harahatia. Good job. Congrats on 69. Nice. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. You said you need time to work through... Yeah, you need time to work through it, Shale. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kakawate used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. You also have to process it, though. You can't just be like, ah. I mean, and getting it out is part of the process, but you do have to, you know, deal with it. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Nod. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. How is Graha there? He's been in parts here and there, Raven. Bits and pieces. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communications modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. But I have my own set of mounts. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. Sure, let's go. Air wheeler o'clock. Oh no, Rosa, I'm in danger. I just saw your DM. Oh no, we're in danger. For years now, I've been taking one out of or a turn. Let's see. Their wheelers are General's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I needed it to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Thanks, Franco. Looter and Scooter has completed their voyage. Please ignore. It's fine, we're not in a cutscene. It's okay. Early Shadowbringers? Yeah, Raven, really don't worry about it. I thought I did them last night. There you go. Franco sending tax evasion back out, as one does. That's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Harlequin, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from our regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Just buy like 2,000, Franco. Set it to 99 and get yourself 2,000. Obviously, if you don't want to carry around 2,000, understandable, but just grab a couple grand and... then you don't have to worry about ceruleum. Excuse me, had a cough. Oh no, I have to fight. Oh shit, we got the music. I do play a black mage, which is essentially you cast fireballs. So if you're ever interested in firing off fireballs, a black mage is pretty dope. Thanks. You can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? And one thing to note, if you never played this game, you're still here from Psyche's Raid and all that, is that the Warrior Light is essentially an absolute terror. Like we're on this side, we're helping out, but the level of power is insane. Voice acted. Shut up.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
I will in spirit so you can pass. You know what? Wait, unless I'm being poisoned again.
Oh!
What are the two of you doing here?
Getting drunk, apparently.
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Wow, music cut out there.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization.
Kafkiwa, so that's how you say it. The H is an F sound.
You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Also, let me know if the voices are too quiet. I can turn it up a little bit.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
Cacahuate.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents. Those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
Just a random ass mystery door.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
That was a nice scene. At least to give us context for Geode, and I'm not ever going to be mad at having more Shale stories, so that was nice. That was well done. I appreciate you helping me through this. And not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Oh gee, which level 11 material do I want? Having a lot of fun loving your Dark Knight. What level are you, Laura? Dark Knight's great. I enjoy Dark Knight. Usually more when I'm in a group setting as opposed to leveling it on my own. So look over there. What am I looking at? No ship like friendship is another one of Franco's submarines. A darkness in the heart. It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. Where's FC buffs? They're right there. We still have FC buffs. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kyle for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with the Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Harlequin? Oh, I'm being paged. Look, a distraction. Where? Harlequin, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might ask you to join me. Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finished attending to Shale, of course. Oh, my mustache. It's tickling my nose. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Okay, to the, wait, outskirts? Is that here? That's inside thing, right? Yeah, it's an heritage found. Alright, over there we go. They took over the Secret Shiva fan club, it's true. They needed somewhere to go hang out. Alright, let's see what we got here, Sphene. The music out here is ominous, but that's just his own music. Harlequin, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. You have 6 of one Atma and 2 of another. Yeah. It do be fucky like that. Are you focusing them down like via the map, or are you still doing zone by zone based on trail? Oh, please tell me you brought more Neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen Sphene? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I hardly gave death a second thought, but now I know the truth. It's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. I was doing Auckland Crescent since there are still things I want to buy with silver. Yeah. Drag Beta in there. Beta has started up the thing, but also Beta, are you gonna level up your tank first, or are you just gonna go into OC as is? Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen Sphene. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for Neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I, personally, was fortunate to have claimed the new device early on, and have long since completed its registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Wait, the darkness? What darkness? Whom's darkness? Neo-regulator equipped resident. Alright, so the 2 with regulators are fine, and the one person, that other one where they didn't have a regulator, right? The first person that I spoke to? It's not something that I necessarily paid attention to earlier. No, she has one. I can see it through on her head. Or is that just the lighting? Yeah, she has a regulator. Wait, she says she wants a regulator, but she already had. Seeing 2 more Dontrell zones up to max fates. Gotcha. So you can double dip in both instances. That's fair. I wish I'd had that when I did the instance, when I did the fate farming. Does she have a regulator or a Neo one? I think she just has a regular one. She wants one. She wants one in black. It matches her hair better. Or, yeah. You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those Neo-regulators and registered it over a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? It seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. You're not going to live at all, you dingus. You're going to be like an engram like Johnny. The Neo one is the endless making one. Gotcha. Okay. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Tensions are running high. The fear is palpable. The dude from Star Wars? Yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Hello, Darksmack. Emperor Palpable, that's the one. Darth Palpitations. Exactly. Harlequin, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamachi and Alphino. It sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Oh, I'm being teleported there? Nice. Not Darth Palpitations. The one and only. What's the giant Pez dispenser?
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion.
Oh.
Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail.
Not really. There's more to it than that.
Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Calyx. There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
In that glam, though?
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuli-Yolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more Neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
Angry fist.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulisyola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Not with that attitude. Okay, I mean, so for context there, the people of Alexandria here used to not die. Whenever they died, the little regulators there would essentially like revive them with another soul. They take someone else's soul's energy and recycle your ass. So there was really no fear of dying. That came to an end, and so now they're learning about death, which is obviously, you know, it's like, oh well, that's just another day. That's every day. Wake up and we could die that day, but it's a concept that they're not familiar with. Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if he serves to allay their fears, even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. It will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations and will be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If we happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. That nerd's in living memory, isn't he? He's hiding somewhere. Just announced another Mon Hun crossover 14. Ooh, really? Wait, seriously? What's it gonna be? Is it Rajang? Are we finally getting Rajang in 14? Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. I desire Rajang in Wilds and in 14. So that people may know the monkey. Preservation, their purpose. Tuliolal would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what if the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own. Yet alone, we lack the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. So together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sven. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. And listen, is this a call out to the to everyone that was complaining about, oh, it's not the warrior light isn't the focus. It's not about Wuklama, it's about my warrior of light. Oh man. We hope it's Arkveld or Raydao. Gross. Rajang, all the way. The pinnacle of all Monster Hunter fights. Tempered, Rajang, Extreme, and Unreal? Yes, please. This isn't about you, Warrior of Light. Let them have their moment. Yoshi is rocking parachute pants. Wait, is he really? Where are you all seeing this? I see Chocobo Secrets and a Cactuar screenshots coming late September. Interesting. Right. Gamescom opening. Oh, I should have hosted that. Son of a bitch. That's why Jill's live watching it. No, I missed out. I gotta play the game, I guess. We can play the game, Rosa. Listen, whenever you want to get into Monster Hunter, let me know. You have my hammer. And, I don't know, somebody else's axe. Somebody plays Switch axe. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. Wrong button. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. And my swags. There you go. Gulul Ja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news, Harlequin. We finally found a thing in Calix's armor. We discovered the laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 10-29 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took us so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Nod. Thank you all for your hard work. This is a huge step forward. And up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. Okay, hackermans, calm down with your jokes. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate the lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Look, it's Arkveld. Gross. Where's Rajang? Where's Bagel Juice? Where's a greater? Indeed, the greatest of hunts. Oh, my back. Itchy. So the 14 collab in Monhun is late September, and then the 14 stuff is in October. So it'll probably come out with the Deep Dungeon patch in October with 7.35. Okay, that's cool. If it was Rajang, I wouldn't even unlock it. Why? Why the Rajang hate? Rajang is great. I love that dude. Have you ever seen all those videos? Like, you can just look it up on YouTube of just Rajang showing up out of nowhere, being an asshole to everybody, the monster you're fighting, you, and then just running off. Honestly, beautiful. I love him so much. Rajang is worse than Rathalos. Not even remotely close. Rajang isn't even that difficult of a fight. He's a little funky. You gotta hit him in his monkey butt, but yeah. The secrets in 14 look so bad compared to Wilds. Do they really? Are there screenshots of it yet? Are there spoiler screenshots? Oh, Dova. Oh, there's a special collaboration. Okay. There's Chocobos in Thing. Okay, neat. Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. Let's go. Rajang is the epitome of monkey fights. How do you not want to fight it? Yeah, see, this is why husbando's my husbando. He knows what's up. The secret going to be a mount. That is the secret, yes. We're getting a mount. But it's not much of a secret because we all know what it is.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
You're a cat. How can you not see in the dark? Where's Ray? Someone wake her up. Why? Oh, to throw a tomato at me? No.
Just a moment.
Let her rest. She only has 2 hours of
If I
sleep.
can reroute the power to the circuit.
Let her sleep.
You got the lights working.
Galul just so easily. Bless him. Wait, Rajang was in World? I thought he was only in Rise. I like him in Rise.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
Shale, you gotta stop talking to me like that. That voice.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
If you had a clutch claw, he
I
would
took
throw
a
you
closer
and
look,
get the shit out of you.
and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
That's why I love him. He's just an asshole. He's the biggest asshole in all of Monster Hunter. It's great. It's great how he's just nonsense. He's just absolute nonsense. I love him so much.
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Good going, little hacker mans.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Okay, get your rest right. Thank you for the tomatoes. Your treasure, Shale. It sounds like you need one of General's energy drinks. Your treasure, Shale. Shale for the Scions, please. Replace, I don't know, Yestola, replace whoever. I don't care.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
You're pacing
We need
around.
to spread
I do that
out
too.
and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
Doesn't care.
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Oh, oh damn. Oh, Shale's about to throw some fucking hands. Go fucking punch that nerd, Shale. I support you 100%. I've done it a few times where when I was really, really badly sleeping, very unwell, I just go upstairs midstream. Like, I don't know, I gotta go get a drink. You ever see me say, I gotta go get a drink? That's code for either I gotta go upstairs and pace around, or I gotta go upstairs and get a drink. This Sekiro anime coming right on time. You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. Oh, isn't this the thing that we saw on the screens in the trailer for this patch? We're like, what does it mean? What is that? It's a fucking office layout. People were whiteboarding this shit like, what does it, where could it be? Who is that? No, it's just a fucking office. Jesus Christ. Classic Yoshi P red herring. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The Director's office is to the northeast of here. This room we're in... Oh, what? How come we just skip this? This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located in the western side of the complex. Director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cross circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but... Unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, you know, work some electro magic? That's not how that works, Wiklamat. I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. I mean, the way they framed this door, you begin searching Containment Complex 10-29. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades, should you find yourself unable to proceed. They color-coded it for us. Half open desk drawers, notice board, data terminal. Look, they framed this like a door. Listen, if we have a screwdriver, we can get through this easily. Just remove the framework, cut some cables, boom, done. You like point and click adventures? I do, yes. I like any kind of adventure, really, for the most part. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Hey, we're gonna rifle through there. What's in there? You discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with bold level 1. Nailed it. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. Sure, Kryl. A scanning device. Put your card in it. You hold the card-shaped object to the scanner. It's open! You did it, Harlequin! Yay! And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the Director's office is across the central hub. First try, nailed it. Jokes on you, the door itself will stay there even with the frame gone, and then you'll have to think skinny thoughts. That's what crowbars are for. Look at the staff. We can jam that crystal right there, Bosnia's finest, and then just wedge our way through. Cut the power and crowbar it. Let's go this way now. I gotta talk to them first, I guess. It said level 1. This is clearly not level 1. This is like level 2 or something. You hold up the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good? Maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as a delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start our search in the proto-lab. That door is already open, at least. We will find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. Make your food. Get that food, Raven. Get that food. Alright, what do we have over here? Hello, Esphine. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? Ah, but we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gulul Jah mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Number pad, data tablet. They want me to speak to the child. I dug through this data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You have yet to uncover any potential 158 combinations. Perhaps speaking with your comrades will help progress your investigation. Enter a combination. Yes, sure. Select the number keys on the pad to input the combination. Enter up to 5. Oh, 5 digits. Never mind. I'm boned. Could this be the right combination? Womp. Fucking baited. Son of a bitch. I wonder how many people do that. I think it's like, surely this is it. It appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet. Skim through the entries, sure. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained. That mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, excuse me. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Milaya colleagues, including the Proto-Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Dieter Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, and details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. They're making me read lore so I can find clues. Son of a bitch. These notes seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 158, submitting inference candidate 201930. So that's 6, so no. To be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509. That's 5 numbers recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then, 11509. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. I already forgot the number. Holy shit. 11509. 11509. 11509. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means, but maybe it will make sense later on. Hi, Shale. Please excuse my patience. The means to track down Calyx are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them. On him. There's a whole section with post-it notes stuck to your monitor. I don't blame you. Alright, surely this works now. Ah! Fuck your game. Oh, I put it in the wrong number. Never mind. Oopsies, I missed the listen. $11,509. Nailed it. The locker pops open. Inside you discover a level 2 security card. Okay, so not level 3, like we needed. Harlequin, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We needed level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Harlequin. Thank you, Shale, my beloved. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine they'd be more... what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? Clinical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right. Let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Ditero Lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. So it's back to the hub and the locked door access across the across the way, which will hopefully yield in before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you would like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. No, it's my card. There's a fun fact about some of these things. You can just go back and check your chat for the keywords. Gotcha. Assuming you didn't, for some reason, remove the dialogue part of the log from your chat tabs. Imagine. Who would do such a thing? Mine's is in a weird tab off to the side. Cause... oh, excuse me. I don't like having my main tab cluttered with stuff. They thought one of these days, never, Ray. Stay off of that with me. Yes, it opened. So, where should we go first? The Ditero Lab or facilities? Ditero Lab. Nailed it. Let's start with the lab. They didn't realize and went and talked to everyone like 8 times to remember the code. Gotcha. They're gonna want me to sneak over here at some point, and they're gonna be sneaking and be like, tee-hee, you could have gotten it when you went the other way first. Well, nothing to work with that. I thought those were PlayStation icons there for a second. I was like, PlayStation? Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here. There's a sign above this card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Diderot lab, shall we? Sure. I knew it. They wouldn't have opened this area if they didn't want me to go over here at some point and see what was going on there. So that checks out. Okay. Oh, cutscene. Get that food, Osric. Take care, dude. We'll see you on Thursday. And thanks for hanging out. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Shale? That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Now I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall, directly to the Diderot lab. I'm pronouncing that wrong probably. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. Does anybody have an extension cable? What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to... Who makes a giant DDR pad for your circuits? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to flow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Are we PlayStationing? Indeed, if you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path Harlequin? Me? I'm a dumbass. The rest of us can help by supplying Harlequin with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. Okay. This is an anti-Lalafell measure. So I didn't read the instructions. I just guessed how it was meant to work and was correct. I mean, I'm assuming it goes from one thing to the next, right? They want the power to go from here out to... What the shit? Where's the other one? I mean, is this cable? Cable chan? No. So we need something. So this guy's got to go over here. That's for a starter. Well, this one or this one? Oh! I'm just... Never mind. Okay, here we go. Shit, I got rid of it and I don't know what it looked like. Okay, so power goes there. Got it. Okay. Easy game for babies. I played enough Star Rail and Wuwa. I saw puzzle and solved it. I want the triangle to be up here. Alright, so boink, boink, boink. What piece am I missing? Diamond? So this one needs to be over here. So O over here, diamond up here. You've connected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration. Everybody else here is gonna look at me like, are we a joke to you? You just didn't even ask us about what to do here? As I can start, sorry friends. We ran 3 minutes at the top of the hour. You won't miss any main story here. It worked. We did it, Harlequin. We didn't do shit. It was all me. My big brain. The Ditto lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days is the title. I didn't even clock that you could ask them for help. Yeah, she mentioned it. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. It's gonna be a big story chunk for Shale's, for Cryol's mom and dad. Again, sorry, we were 3 minutes at the top of the hour because that's what kills pre-roll ads. That way you don't get hit with the pre-roll ad when you showed up. That's why. That's how the system works. That's how we work it. I get next to nothing out of it, so it's not like I want to do it, but it's just the best way to work with Twitch. Apologies. The ads will be over real fast. Sorry. It looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So he's essentially also an AI. Fallout Season 2 teaser. Ooh! When's it coming out? So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So he had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he was an 11-fucking-year-old child. Why? That's the problem with this game. Most of the problems can be resolved. Maybe you don't put children in charge. If you don't put children in charge, you don't get shit like this. Again, you get shit like this anyway because the adults aren't much better, but still. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. I still want to shank him. I don't care. He's hundreds of years old now. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Diderot lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. What I wonder is the amount of people who talked to the NPCs did not read the instructions and then had to ask them again. Probably. Alright, so we can turn this question, and then that seems like a good spot. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. December 17th? Hell yeah. Alright, cool. It's gonna be a hell of a thing, me trying to get back in here, because I'm gonna port Harley out, and I'm gonna forget how to get back here. So that's great for me. Yay! All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, everybody who's there as well. I see you. Thank you. Bye.